TNT, Coalition Football's Thursday night tailgate. Thanks for joining us. We're going to mix things up a little bit this week because we got a Thursday night special. So the first thing we're going to talk about is our first Anthracite Football League game of the week. On Thursday night in Lansford, you have Lehighton Indians coming to play Panther Valley. Thursday night special, expecting a good crowd.
Yeah, they started this a couple years ago, and they're getting back to it this year. It should be a lot of fun. Should be a big crowd. Obviously, Panther Valley's going to come in as a heavy underdog. Had a couple more injuries last week that they just can't afford at this point in the season. Ryan Schubeck will not play this week. Their starting center Tristan Strunk tore an ACL, so Panthers are behind the eight ball again. They're going to have a tough matchup with this Lehighton team that's really rolling the past few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, they're the only game in town Thursday, so anybody that likes football is probably going to be there, whether you're a Lehighton fan, Panther Valley fan, or just a fan of the Coalition football in general. So anytime this game has been played, I think the last time they played was 2011, I believe, and it's the BOTAC game. So it's a great cause. So yeah, I'm expecting a great crowd, and like you guys mentioned, it's gonna be a tough one for PV. Lehighton's getting in that mode now where I think they're gonna start rolling a little bit. They got most of the big guys out of the way now, so they can keep going, and they need to. Shaping up with the way AAA district is shaping up right now. But those guys are playing well. PV's just got to come out, and Coach Davis said last week that he was proud of his guys. He thought they grew. They played with effort. They played hard, and he said he wants them to play like that again this week. And quite frankly, if they don't, it's gonna be even worse. Worse than it would be regularly. So. They're just looking forward to it. Anytime there's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday football for me, I enjoy it. So
yeah, absolutely. It's great to be on. Go to a game on Thursday night.
Yeah.
We're all excited about that. You mentioned about Lehighton coaches that they Coach McCall and his crew still don't feel like they put together a complete game.
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, they don't. They said that basically what they said was starting from the beginning of the year, that first game till now, they still don't think they played 4 quarters of football. So that's pretty scary being 4-2.
Yeah, and now that they're pretty rock solid this past Friday. So
I mean, how do pitch a shutout?
I think he was a little disappointed with the way that half ended. The first half. We'll get into that later on, but I think that's what he means by that. And there was they had a bunch of penalties too.
Sure.
I think it's 5 or 6 penalties. But I think as a coach, you just always want to be a perfectionist, and after a game, that's just the kind of stuff you say. But I agree. Last week, I think they played 4 solid quarters of football. So, but that's what Lehighton trying to do, and this week, I'm sure that they'll try and accomplish that.
Yeah, the Panthers obviously they got to play as physical on the defensive end as it did last week.
Yes.
They came out strong. They were physical. They were hitting. In order to hang with Lehighton, they're going to have to do the same thing. I'm interested to see can they contain Crum. We know what Clemens can do, but Crum's a guy that we're going to see really coming into his own, I think, in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I agree. I think Crum really took some strides. He was kind of laying in the weeds there this year, and I think he showed what kind of player he could be last week against Marion. Made some very spectacular plays, and on the defensive side, he looked strong as well. He kind of showed how good he is on defense when North Schuylkill came to town. He shut down Murray. I mean, he really shut him down, got up there, pressured him, and kept him at bay. I also want to see what I want to see from Lehighton is if they can those games. The Monterey game we said we didn't think the score was that bad, but we didn't think it was. I just want to see them come out and play not 4 quarters of football like Coach McCarroll said, but I want to see their big playmakers make big plays that a team like with their caliber can make. I feel like. They have that. They wear teams down.
Sure.
And they play really tough defense. But I want to see them make big plays with these kind of guys they have. I mean, any good team, any great team, or a team that's going to make the postseason has those type of players. I know they have those type of players, but I want to see the product. I want to see those 40, 50-yard big plays because when you get to playoff time, you need them.
And you see these teams a lot this year. And how's Panther Valley going to be able to move the ball against Lehighton? I mean, obviously Lehighton's defense. Last week couldn't have played any better.
Yeah, I mean they held the Marion offense to under 70 yards, for the game.
And you think about that offense with the weapons that they have.
Yep, and Panther Valley's most consistent weapon has been Ryan Schubeck through the weeks, and he won't play this week. So, what are they going to do to move the ball? Last week, Matty Hudicka had a tough time throwing the ball with completion percentage. He has to be a little more sharp this week and pinpoint some more passes. and they gotta find a way to move the ball without the big guy, without Schubeck in there. So it's gonna be Jake Suveg. Last week we saw Dan Gilberry get some carries, make some things happen, and they're not big. They're skill players, I should say. So getting back to Tyler Crum, he's gonna pose some problems on the outside, matchup problems. Panthers have a lot of speed guys, but I don't know if they can match that size that Crum has. So it'll be interesting to see how they do move the ball, what kind of wrinkles they throw in there with Schubeck out, and obviously how can they defend this Lehighton offense.
Yeah, a guy that I like from watching Panther Valley when he's running football is Anthony Vavra. I think the kid runs hard, and I think he runs tough.
He's a tough kid.
Yeah, I think he's only going to, I think if you give him a couple more carries, he'll give you something. You know what I mean? Those kind of kids that run hard every play, they hit the hard, they hit the whole full speed. Those are the guys who went back there, and I think Vavra does that every week for him. And he's tough.
Yeah,
and he's tough.
And defensively, I think he's been one of the kids that's been very consistent.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about that.
For PB throughout the year. And, Lehighton, obviously, they have the studs that we've been talking about all year. They also got, they also got a lot of horses up front, as you saw against the Colts this past Friday night. So, hey, it's going to be a great atmosphere Thursday night in Lansford. So, if you're a fan of AFL football, you got 2 nights to get out this week and see a game. So, our first game is Lehighton at Panther Valley.